Welcome back, LEC community, for our official last participant of our 2021 virtual career fair, Crossroads Charter Schools here in Kansas City, Missouri. I am going to go ahead and let our Crossroads team in, and while they come in, make sure you head over to our survey and let us know what we're doing well today, what we could do better next time. And as always, reach out if you need any support. We have Nikki Bates with us here today, as well as Gail Taylor. Hello, hello, how are you all?
Doing great. How about you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon.
Yeah, we're excited and delighted.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I know you all have a couple of videos to show us, so let me know where in the interview and you would like that to happen. But before we go there, if you all would like to introduce yourselves and give us some tidbits about how you ended up at Crossroads Charter.
Sure. So my name's Nikki. I have been at Crossroads since the inception. Scraping paint, putting paint up. I was part of that beginning crew. I started as a elementary STEM teacher and I loved it. My current position now, I am the Diverse Learners Director for the district. So I encompass a lot of things. I do enrichment programming in our elementary buildings. I coordinate all of our ELL programming for the district, as well as I coordinate our 504 programming for the district. It's been a great journey, a great ride. I have loved every minute of it. I have thoroughly enjoyed the people. I think that is something that propels you in this work because it is hard work that we do. But I enjoy the people that I work with at all three of our campuses. Gail, I'll let you tell a little bit about yourself before I go further.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, Nikki. I am delighted and excited to be here. My journey started a little bit different. I started with the grandma journey. So I came to know Crossroads as a grandmother when my granddaughter attended in second grade. So I've been affiliated with Crossroads for 5 years now. And because of the outstanding program that is available to my granddaughter, it inspired me to become a part of the Crossroads staff. And I was provided with a super opportunity to join Crossroads staff as Director of Human Resources. And in addition to the program that my daughter has experienced, I'm absolutely excited about the Crossroads theme and the vision, which is to interrupt the pipeline from school to prison. Crossroads does an outstanding job of preparing students to be contributing citizens. And I think that's very exciting, and I've always wanted to be a part of something like that.
I appreciate that for sure. I mean, I think the school to prison pipeline isn't mentioned enough, and so I want to call into space that I appreciate that you brought that to the forefront because it's absolutely something that plagues Black and Brown communities for sure. Before I begin with my questions, should I play the videos first and then they will maybe answer some of those questions and then we can come back? And
yes,
okay.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do that. And let me just preface just a little bit.
Yes.
Another huge part of Crossroads is the opportunity of going from equality to equity. Nikki will share with you that what another focus is the equity in learning. And we're excited to present a few videos, including our co-founders.
Looking forward to talking with everyone today a little bit about Crossroads and just reminiscing about the past 8 years and the growth of Crossroads with you.
We started Crossroads in 2012. We actually started planning it in 2011. And the idea was to create a challenging school for our students in the heart of downtown. Dean tricked me, can I say that? We were only supposed to open one school, and tricked me into opening 3 schools. So size-wise, it's changed greatly.
We were originally going to open one school. It's going to be K through 8. We're going to serve 370 kids. But then Ticey came to me and said, we need to open a high school. Everybody keeps asking, well, what about a high school? And we've got this long wait list. We need to open a second elementary school. So Ticey was the driving force behind opening 2 and then 3 schools. The constant through it all has been this focus on creative teachers, focusing on educational equity and real world learning, and providing students with this high quality education that is not just focused on mastering standards, which it is, but also how are we going to apply this in the real world? And what we're seeing, and as we've grown into high school, again, those early concepts of that for the little kids were, lemonade stands around downtown where the kids are interacting with adults and learning to make change and things like that. But as they've gotten older and now they're in high school, it's these professional internships. And I think that's how the school has grown up, and how we've changed is we've taken that basic model of we want kids to be engaged in a creative learning environment where they're learning these real world lessons. But because the school has grown up, the way kids are able to do that now is making this significant contributions to the community around them already as high school students. One
program that I am just thrilled about is that we started a Grow Your Own. And so some of our students are now taking classes through UMKC to learn how to become teachers. And so the hope is that they will graduate from Crossroads, go to UMKC, study education, and then come back and teach at Crossroads. And that's just going to be a huge joy for me to see some of our students teaching at our school.
We also have students this year taking classes at metropolitan community colleges. And so students, part of the real world learning is that students are able to earn college credits while they're still in high school, and also earn industry recognized credentials in different fields. So we've evolved a lot, and we've changed our teaching methodologies. We've changed the way we think about all these different concepts, but we've done so in a way that I think has gotten better and deeper and more thoughtful. We wanted a school that represented our community, and we wanted a community of learners that was able to challenge one another to grow differently. But we thought of it in terms of diversity. Diversity is important. We've come to understand at a deeper level that it's more than just being diverse, it's educational equity, that we need to be sure that we just don't have a diverse group of learners, but that the school is welcoming to all learners, and that we're providing all of our learners, regardless of your background, regardless of your socioeconomics or your race or your ethnicity, or if you have a learning disability or you speak a different language at home than English, that regardless, all of us are coming together in a welcoming community that is providing the resources and the educational opportunities for each student to achieve at their highest level.
We have just grown to change not how we teach, but to incorporate new styles. Our teaching staff, hands down, is one of the best in the world, the whole world. They are amazing. They create this classroom culture where kids choose to be there, and kids are encouraged to study their passion. And so I think that has just grown stronger and deeper each year.
So it's a continuation of that original journey of ensuring that our students are getting a real world learning, but also one that is right and appropriate and connected with each individual learner.
I'm excited to see our school keep growing and to become known across the state and across the country, not just for how our teachers teach, but also for our students.
I love that. Any thoughts about the video or any additions you all want to provide?
Yeah, I'll add to that. So I think that encompasses Crossroads in a very great way, right? Like it summarizes who we are and what we value as a school. In that video, you see Dean Johnson and Tycee McDowell. Dean now has moved on to be our cheerleader at the state level. He's not with us anymore, but that has caused us to expand into Ms. McDowell's role from Chief Academic Officer to really encompass this superintendent's role, right? Because now we've grown from one small school to now we have 3 campuses, Pace through 12. As Tycee, or no, I'm sorry, as Gail was speaking of, or maybe it was Tycee in the video about this Grow Your Own, we also partner for pre-K, right? To really grow our own even through our school, and start those kids pre-K, and then they transition through our education system as well. As they spoke about, we believe very deeply at our core in equity, definitely in interrupting this pipeline, right? The school to prison pipeline, but also just growing our kids' minds and who they are as individuals and as learners, right? No, we all don't learn the same, but what do you need could be very different than what Gail needs or what I need, right? So we're really rooting ourselves in equity work through the lens of project-based learning, right? I think that we are a school that thrives on meeting kids where they are and giving kids like choice and voice in learning through the standards. Of course, we are a Common Core school, and we are standards-based, but we do a lot of project-based learning. The idea of us being in the downtown area gives us, right, this free playground of community. We use the downtown library as our library. All of our little kids, you'll see them in our cute little uniforms, walk into downtown library. We partner with businesses downtown. Dean mentioned we've had lemonade stands for our little kids, right? That are out there selling lemonade and getting change. We have coffee shops for our SPED kiddos that have coffee shops every Friday, right? Like, we are a school that is rooted in community, that's rooted in how do we learn, not just the sit and get, right? And building equity through everything that we do. So that was my extra tagline. Gail, you want to add to that?
Absolutely. Thank you, Nikki. It's hard to top what you've said. I'll just emphasize from a grandmother's perspective. I can remember being the room mother and escorting the students to the field trips, to the library, using the public transportation system. I've never seen a group of kids so well behaved on the field trip. And I just followed along with the children. They were leading me. They know exactly where to catch the tram or the little train. Yeah, the streetcar. They know exactly where to catch it. They know where to get off, and they know to wait for everyone. They are really, really learning. And it's at such a beautiful way that they're learning through the community, and they have such respect for the community and such respect for their teachers and each other. And I just really love that. And I would also add, Nikki, that even though we are Crossroads charter schools, Crossroads, along with what you were saying, has transitioned. We've gone from a charter school to a school district. We are a school district, and for that reason, we have a superintendent of schools. And I'm just super proud to be part of the evolution, the continued evolution of Crossroads. Teaching staff here is second to none. Over 50% of our teachers have a master's degree and higher. A huge percentage of our population is certified. We continue to grow our own here as teachers, and as Nikki was talking about, students, they're actually studying to become teachers here at Crossroads. So just love it, love it, love it. And I'm sure that we've got many openings here at Crossroads, and we are moving quickly on filling those openings. So it's an exciting opportunity for new teachers and seasoned teachers. And we invite any and all to go to our website and check us out. We'd love to see you.
Yeah, and I'll add to that with positions. I think that, right, especially with new and seasoned teachers, that there's always this kind of stagnating that can come in education, right? And the great thing about Crossroads, because we are a school that is continuing to grow, there has been lots of room for growth for teachers, right? Like I said, I started as a STEM teacher and now I'm a director over programming. We've had teachers start as student teachers or come in through KCTR even, and then get jobs as full-time teachers. And then that has transitioned to like instructional coach. There are just many, many opportunities, I will say, within our district. And even though we're all housed downtown, we have one elementary building that's off of 10th and Central, another one, Quality Hill, that goes up to 5th grade, that's off of 10th and Washington, and then our preparatory academy that's 8th and Broadway, 7th through 12th grade. But even within that, there is like opportunity to move around if you so chose to do so, right? Like there's opportunity for growth, which is nice.
Well,
Absolutely.
is it too late for me to be a student there, or?
No, we welcome you. And let me also mention the bottom line for those of us or those that are seeking teacher positions and considering Crossroads. Our starting pay for beginning teachers at a bachelor's level is $45,500. $45,500 is our starting pay for bachelor's teachers. Our master's level teachers are starting off at $50,000. $50,000. And let us not forget the paraprofessionals here, starting pay $35,500. Very extremely competitive salaries. And I would say, well, I'll just say our salaries are very competitive, and also the opportunity for professional development. Nikki can tell you far more about the professional development opportunities that we have for our staff than I can, but I got to tell you, it's there. It's there.
We every year we put in our budget, right, to allow teachers. We encourage teachers. We make our teachers go, like, what do you want to do that is interesting to you, one, but to better yourself. I think that is another constant that I hear from staff at Crossroads, that they feel supported, not just by each other and their peers, right? Like you need something, you'll have people coming out the door, right? Like of their classrooms, like, well, what do you need? I have some of this, or I can get your kids here, right? Like it's a very supportive community, but from top down, right? We really push our teachers to find something that interests you and what do you want to get better on, become the expert in that, come back, show us what you've learned, right? And teach others. We have this idea of sincerely growing our own in multiple ways. But even as teachers, like we want to continue to better ourselves. We want to feel supported. You can be as great as you want to be on an island, right? That doesn't make you exceptional until that's a shared community and others are pushing you on and encouraging you to do the same. We do that really, really well within Crossroads. Since this is a career fair, right? And we're telling people how great it would be to come and work at Crossroads. And as Gail mentioned, we do have competitive pay. We have several positions that are open. But one I will also say with that is that there's also lots of opportunity now that we have expanded into this district. With high school, we have many sport opportunities also for coaching, which would enhance like stipend opportunities as well. We have basketball, soccer, volleyball, track, cheerleading. We have a lot of sports, and as we continue to build, that will expand as well into other sports. But there is lots of opportunity. We are hiring. We are hiring. Come and apply at Crossroads. We want you. I think it's great to be a part of this specific career fair for Latinx educators, because we are constantly looking to push ourselves in representation, right? So as a Black educator, I know how important my face is to other small Black children, but also just children of color. right? I value that. I am passionate about that. Anyone I work with will tell you that I am constantly an advocate for our Black and Brown students. That hits home for me, but I am also constantly trying to reach out to other educators that are Black and Brown faces, that we can get as much representation for our kids at all of our grade levels to see. There's nothing more like, at 2 of our buildings, we have front desk staff that speak Spanish. And there is nothing like seeing students and families come in and you're able to speak in your native language, right, to someone that's front facing for you. So we want representation. I want our kids to have that connection in our school. So we are hiring. Come work with us.
I love
Yes,
it.
absolutely. And can I also share with you that on our next video, we want to share with you from a teacher's perspective at Crossroads.
I actually taught at a different school for 2 years, and then I took a year off teaching because I was exhausted. So as I was considering getting back into teaching at Crossroads, I was really aware of what's the culture, because I want to be in a place that has a culture that feels positive and encouraging and supportive. Crossroads does a really good job of taking collaboration seriously. So that's obviously a buzzword, but at Crossroads, that actually means if a decision is being made, that all of the stakeholders in the community are being asked, what do you want? How does this affect you? What do you care about? And as a stakeholder in that community, I have experienced that over and over and over again, that any sort of change or forward momentum we're making, I get to participate in that. It's always an invitation to come along and say, hey, how do you want to participate in creating this school and making this an excellent school? And that's been incredibly important to me. Another reason that I have continued to come to Crossroads is because we have awesome students. We have students that are engaged in their learning, and we have students that are like really growing to know themselves and what they deeply care about. And this is a school that takes that seriously, which is really fulfilling as a teacher, that I don't have to feel like I have a cookie cutter curriculum that I have to pass on to students, but I can actually help create a curriculum that students really care about and can be deeply engaged in. I see Crossroads being a school that continues to adapt and respond to the needs of a constantly shifting culture and society. I see Crossroads as a school that continues to deeply care about and respond to what students need. I see Crossroads as a school that continues to attract excellent teachers and staff and continue to grow as a community that has like deep effect in Kansas City and in communities beyond that.
I forgot about my cameo in there. That was me way back in the classroom. Oh, come on, bubble vest.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, my little bubble vest.
Well, I loved hearing a perspective from one of your current teachers. And I mean, it just goes right in line with what I was going to ask, right? But are there any high needs positions that maybe you need filled ASAP or that are consistently kind of open that our community should perhaps consider?
I'll speak to one. Oh, Gail, did you want to go?
Oh, you go right ahead, sorry.
I'll speak to one that I am really interested in filling. Well, you know what, Gail, I'll let you go.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's like trying to pick a favorite child for me. I will just say that we've got a number of positions open at the high school level because we continue to grow at the high school. And the exciting part about that is we are creating more opportunities and we are recognizing what our needs are. The other thing that I will emphasize is that for all positions, we're always interested in individuals who bring a diverse perspective and who also are bilingual. English and Spanish is the most popular. And I will also add, with regard to COVID, we've been provided with an opportunity to augment the learning gap that most schools, as you will know, have experienced with virtual learning and COVID. So we have just added 6 new positions for focus on reading and focus on math. And we would encourage anyone that is interested in helping bridge that gap with regard to reading and math to take a look at those positions, as well as our STEM positions in all of our positions. We also have, in addition to the teaching positions, we also have an opportunity for a chief strategy and communications officer, speech pathologist, and then also an authentic learning coordinator. And what that individual will focus on is effectively working with the teachers and the community to sort of bridge that connection with our project-based and community-based learning.
Awesome. Well, if I heard perhaps a position that I love, or I just want to see and come tour, or I want to kind of get my feet in the door at Crossroads, how can I apply?
Our website is crossroadsschools.org. And we've got all the positions out there on our website. If we're not currently doing on-site tours, but we are scheduling interviews so that we can meet with individuals that have specific questions or want to learn more about Crossroads as a whole.
Yeah. If anyone needs just an individual point of contact, I am always happy and available to answer like just questions from a perspective of someone that's working here as well. You can always give out my email. That's nbates, NBATES, at crossroadsschoolskc.org. It's a long one, but it's worth it.
Yes. Yes.
I
And
know
you can certainly connect to me via the website as well.
I'm typing in the websites and the email addresses as you all talk in the comments, and I'm like, okay, hold on, got to make sure to have the S's in there.
That's right, they're plural, Crossroads Schools, yeah.
Schools, KC, right? Well, Nikki, Gail, thank you so much for spending this afternoon with us. I learned about Crossroads Charter, some things that I didn't know, and I hope that perhaps someone in our community thinks Crossroads might be a good fit. I know.
Me too. I agree with you. Thank you, Susanna, for having us. This is amazing as always. Thank you so much for letting us be a part. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yes. Let's stay in touch and have a good weekend, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.
Well, everyone, LEC community, you have officially heard from our last participant of the day, Crossroads Charter Schools. So if you haven't yet, please make sure that you fill out our survey, leckc.org/survey. It has been such a pleasure to be able to bring to you such amazing organizations, institutions, school systems, schools that are doing amazing work in Kansas City and around the country. If you are the leader or a part of an organization or a school that you would love to showcase to our community, please reach out to me, Susana, at latinxandco.org, or go ahead and fill out our survey, leckc.org/survey, and let us know, hey, you missed us. And that'll give me a hint, like, let's either have another day, or we can give you your own spotlight. The LEC is all about our community needs. And so, like I said, if you are a part of an organization that you think should be showcased, please reach out. Otherwise, those of you who have been watching today because you are on the lookout for a good position, please keep the LEC in mind. Email me, take our survey link, let us know that you are needing a position, and we will do what we can to find you the right fit. We had such a variety of schools today, school systems, that are so diverse. And so if there was someone that seems like a good fit, someone maybe you'd like to talk to a little further, please reach out and let us know. We're available through Facebook, our messenger that way, always through our website, and of course through email, susana@latinxedco.org. It's been a fun day. I can't believe it's over. It went by so fast. If you need anything, as always, reach out. Otherwise, have a happy Friday, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.